Hello students, today we discuss the new chapter India towards a new era. That is, from the title itself, it's clear that students, there is a period, there is a modern period in India. What are the great changes happen in India after the coming of Europeans to India? We already discussed that there is a lot of group of Europeans. They visited India. The Portuguese, Dutch, French and the British. Finally, British, by defeating other powers in India, they established their permanent power in India. You know that one. After that, through several wars. And by introducing many strategies, they started to rule in India. They came to India as a traders, but later they become the rulers of India through several wars and through several strategies introduced in India. They captured many territories of India. Finally, they become the permanent ruler of India up to Indian independence up to 1947. So, after entering to India, they introduced several policies in India, and also there are several other techniques used by them to establish their permanent rule in India. So, before rule in India, they realized that it is necessary to introduce the Western education in India because they want to study the Indian culture. Because to rule in India, they must know the taste and preference of the Indian people. That is why they decided to introduce the Western education of India. As a part of the introduction of a Western education by them, that is the English education that is started in India. So, let's know what are the changes that happen after introducing Western education in India by the British. So, all of you know that students, after receiving education, you achieve many knowledge that you learn. There is a great knowledge that you achieve from this by receiving this education. So, here also, when the British introduced Western education in India, Indian people realized there is a kind of problem that existed in Indian society. They want to reform such inequalities that existed in Indian society. That is why they started to reform Indian society. So, before the coming of British in India, there is a kind of social system that existed in India is full of social evils and practices. So, let's know what are the main social evils that is practiced in India before the coming of British to India. So, I think all of you heard about child marriage. That is, the children were married before the age of 18, at the age of 10 or 12. So, there is a kind of social evils that is prevailed in Indian society. So, other than that, there are many other social evils that existed in Indian society. There is a sati system, that is one of the important social evil that is existed in India before the coming of British. So, the chapter is introduced in your textbook with a description on the sati system. That is if a husband died, that is wife also cremated in the funeral fire. So, there is a kind of system that is existed in India before the coming of British. So, the sati system, child marriage, then female infanticide, there is a killing of female child. There is a kind of social evils that existed in Indian society, and also child marriage, child labor, there is kind of system that still prevail in Indian society, but rather than that, the caste system also that is rigid in Indian society in the earlier period. So, the Western educated Indians, they realize that this is the main reason to backwardness of India. Out of the development, the backwardness of India is mainly due to the rigid social evil practices that existed in India. So, that is why we still in backwardness, because we want to reform the Indian society. So, the Western educated Indians realized the fact of there is a backwardness of India due to the social evil practices that existed in Indian society. So they want to reform the Indian society. Let's know who are the main social reformers. So there is a kind of social reform movement that broke out in the year that is in 19th century. That is Western, we already know that students, the Europeans came to India, that is in from the 17th century onwards they came to India, but after the British acquired permanent power in India in the 19th century, the Western educated Indians realized the fact that there is a need for reforming the Indian society. So that is why a kind of reform movement that started in Indian society protest against the already existing social evils. So that kind of reform movement aimed to uplift or aimed to improve or reform the Indian society, that is known as social reform movement. Social reform movement is a kind of movement that mainly aimed to reform the Indian society that began in the year in the 19th century. So several main leaders took the efforts to reforming the Indian society. So one of the main social reformer, that is Swami Dayananda Saraswati, and also some of the other social reformers, Jyotiba Phule, other than Rajaram Mohan Roy. He was considered as a father of Indian Renaissance. I think all of you remember the term Renaissance that you studied in world history. That is a kind of revival of art, literature and many other things. There is a changes happened. There is already existed tradition, older traditions is revived in the after 18th century, that is known as Renaissance. So Petrarch is considered as a father of the Renaissance in the world. But in India, a kind of changes that happened in India in the 19th century. So Rajaram Mohan Roy, he was the first person, he took the efforts to change, that is change the existing system. That is, he was the first person to protest against the social evils that existed in Indian society. So that is why he is considered as a father of Indian Renaissance. So let's know in which social evils he took the efforts to remove such social evils. To removal of Sati system and child marriage, that is a rigid social evil that prevailed in ancient or medieval India. So he want to remove that one. So that is why he took several efforts to remove such type of social evils that existed in India. It was mainly fought against the child marriage and the Sati system in India. For that he found an organization that is known as Brahma Samaj. That is an organization of Rajaram Mohan Roy. That is Brahma Samaj is founded by him mainly for the propagation of his ideology. He considered that every religion, there are different religions that we see in India. There is you know that India is a country with unity in diversity. So there is many religions, but all religions has the same ideology. There is no difference in any other religion's ideology. He proved that there is the ideology of every religion is same. There is no changes. So he, as a result of his protest against the Sati system and child marriage, one of the British governor, William Bentinck, he is forced to, that is, end the Sati system. So finally the Sati system is cancelled by the British governor William Bentinck due to the effort of the Rajaram Mohan Roy. I think it is clear to you. That is, Rajaram Mohan Roy is considered as a father of Indian Renaissance in organization in propagating his ideology, that is Brahma Samaj. Then there is, he is proved that every religion follows same ideology. Then he protested against the child marriage and sati system that existed in Indian society. I think this is clear to you. So the next one of the famous social reformer, that is Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He was another social reformer. He took the efforts to reform the Indian society like that of Rajaram Mohan Roy. So he founded the Arya Samaj. He also founded an organization to fight against the social evils that existed in Indian society. He was mainly fought against the caste system and also the idol worship. There is a kind of worship that is existed in earlier India. So he was protested against the rigid caste system and idol worship that is prevailed in India. So he found an organization, that is Arya Samaj, mainly to fight against this kind of social evils. Then Jyotiba Phule, that is another one of the social reformer. She also took the efforts to reforming the social evils, that is mainly for the equality to women. That is, the women education is mainly highlighted. There is a kind of inequality existed in the earlier society. So now there is widow remarriages allowed in the present society, but in the earlier period the widows were not allowed to remarry. There is a restriction on the widows. So that is sati system is existed. So at the same time the widows were not allowed to remarry, but nowadays there is widow remarriage is allowed in our society, but in the earlier period there is not allowed widow remarriage. That is why Jyotiba Phule took the efforts to women education and also cancellation of the widow, that is widow system that existed in the earlier period. Is it clear? So there is another one of the social reformer, Swami Vivekananda. He was mainly the student of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, that is the Ramakrishna mission that was founded by him to propagate his ideology, that is the universalization of religions of India throughout the world is carried by Swami Vivekananda. So these are the main social reformers. They took efforts to the reformation of Indian society. So the remaining concept we continue in the next class.